I've had the opportunity to work with Asian Aid for 5 years, and across that 5 years, it's gone very fast, but I've enjoyed every moment of it. So thank you very much for joining us here and online. It's a real privilege to have you here, and we're excited to share the journey of Asian Aid with you today. You've met our board members earlier, and we'd just like to, as a team, thank the board for everything that they do. They provide a lot of direction, expertise, and also support to us as a team, and that helps us do our day-to-day operations and engage in our day-to-day work. But I'd also like to just mention that all of our board members who you've met, and also our new board members, are all voluntary. They're volunteers on our board, and they do 3-year, committed cycles, and that could be for 3 of those, which is 9 years commitment to the board. And see John here spent probably more than 9, but yeah, and many board members who are into their next, what do we call pattern term, and we thank them for that commitment, because it is very, very special and gives us a lot of support. So I'd also like to welcome Lorena and Robert to the team, and I look forward to working with you this year, and also to the reappointed board members. But yeah, I'd like to thank the team. So our vision is all children, families and communities are empowered, protected and have full access to their rights. And our mission is to enable children, their families and communities to reach their God-given potential through child-focused programs that foster sustainable, positive change. So as a child-focused organisation, we aim to strengthen the capacity of families and communities to protect, nurture and support the children and young people as they grow. And through this, we are committed to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. And some of the focus areas that we have through this area is through their protection, their participation in activities, their ongoing development in their youth, and also, most importantly, around their survival. And we apply this commitment through our rights-based projects, ensuring that we can do everything we can in our programs to safeguard the children and young people that we support. So we'll also talk a little bit about that through the program section as well. So where we work, we've been very fortunate as a team to share with our in-country partners in India, Bangladesh and Nepal. We have 6 partners across these countries, and I'd like to personally thank our partners in country, because through their dedication, their commitment of all their team members, they do an amazing job supporting the children and implementing the programs that Tammy and Joe will share with you. But we, as a team, want to thank them for their commitment. So as part of our growth strategy, we also continue to explore the possibility of expanding or looking for new partnerships and opportunities in the Asia or Pacific region. And through this next year, we're still working together on the team, exploring these opportunities. So exciting times for us as an organisation on where we currently work. We do get a lot of questions on why do we only work in these areas, and some of those discussion points, we would like to work in a lot more different areas. We'd like to support so many more children, but we as an organisation want to do the best we can with the resources we've got and do the best programs we can in the areas that we are in. So that's why we focus here. It's not because we don't want to go everywhere. We want to do the best we can for the children in our programs, and again, you'll hear a little bit more about that shortly. So as David mentioned, the organisation this year is 58 years old, or young, whichever, and that's an amazing achievement for an organisation. There's been many people before us who, and founded by Maisie Fook, who David mentioned, and the focus has been around the support of orphaned and disadvantaged children through that journey. And there's key points here. I won't go through them all, but it's just through the different sponsored areas and the different countries that we've worked on, through to our 55th anniversary, and also last year opening the op shop. So as a team and as supporters and donors of Asian Aid together, we have the privilege of defining that journey moving forward. So thank you for that commitment that you've given us. So from here, I'd like to hand over to Bruna and Tian, who met, just to share some more around what we're doing in the communication and marketing space. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Nice to see you all here and the ones who are online. Despite rejoining Asian Aid as a staff member only 3 months ago, I've had a really long relationship with Asian Aid, both as a supporter, as a consultant, as a board member. It's really exciting, really, to be back home. This is how I feel about it all. In my work as marketing, communication, and fundraising manager, I have the privilege of working with Inika, with Tian, with Anjali and Pudence. Pudence is based in India and is currently on maternity leave. These ladies are not only capable, committed, skilled, they happen to also be amazing humans. So it's a win-win. So all of these things that I'm talking about, it's actually the team approach that's brought it about. At Asian Aid, we can only enable children, families, and communities to reach their God-given potential because we've got two really key ingredients. We've got a God that's blessing, but we've also got a status of supporting ministry of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and we've got really loyal, generous supporters who, without them, really we could do very little. Being the hands and feet of Jesus to disadvantaged people, communities and families, together with in-country partners, individual donors, churches and schools, is the motivation behind the Asian Aid mission, right? This is what we're here to do. That's why we value the supporting ministry status we have of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. As such, we take seriously our responsibility to provide opportunities to the Seventh-day Adventist Church community to hear about the needs that exist in the world, to help and to serve. And that's why we also look for in-country partners that are sharing and aligning with our Christian philosophy. Most of our donors are Seventh-day Adventists and are mostly in Australia and New Zealand. There are people who are not only supporting Asian Aid directly, they're also telling others in their circle of influence about Asian Aid. There are other activities that we do to engage with the Seventh-day Adventist Church community. We engage with churches through big camps and events. We engage with schools through Mufti Day fundraisers, through chapel programs, and also guest presentations. We engage with retirement villages through guest presentations as well. Thousands of copies of our Response magazine are distributed to churches every quarter. And for listeners of the Faith FM radio station, this is a radio station that is run by the Australian Union Conference. A staff member from Asian Aid has got a guest presentation there monthly on a Friday morning. We are very grateful for the support that we receive, from 81 churches and 16 schools. I am stressing those numbers because they are big numbers. These are groups and organizations that are either sponsoring children or that are donating to Asian Aid on a regular basis, or who are inviting us in their space to share about the work of Asian Aid. 81 churches and 16 schools, that is really good. The second ingredient that makes Asian Aid who it is, it's our donors. Without you, there would be no Asian Aid. Last year has been a tough year. The cost of living crisis has ensured that many people couldn't probably support in a sustainable, long-term way. You know what? But it's not the Asian Aid way. It's incredible to think that out of close to 5,600 active donors we had last year, 35% donated up to 10 years, have been engaged with us up to 10 years, 35% between 11 and 20 years, 18% between 21 and 30 years, and 10% for longer than 31 years. We are really grateful for the long-term support that we receive from our donors. Last year also saw us, our donor family expand. We had 105 new donors who joined the Asian Aid family. 12 chose to sponsor children, one or more than one child, and the rest donated regularly to projects. So 105 new people joined the Asian Aid family. A focus for the team last year was to engage with new, younger donors. And the new, younger donors happened to be on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. So the team intensified our efforts to provide content on social media to engage with young donors. Starting from September last year, regular posting, video reels, Bible verse motivation, impact stories, made sure that Asian Aid was front of mind for thousands of people. Let me give you some numbers. 300 posts from September to the end of the last financial year, engaged with more than 47,000 people on social media. There was a 300% increase in our exposure through the website and social media platforms, and we gained 147 followers through our social media channels. These are good numbers. We take it as a responsibility to actually reignite a sense of mission and purpose amongst young donors, and also engage with like-minded people so that more and more people can support children, families, and communities in some of the countries where the need is the most. But we wouldn't be doing justice to a communication report if we didn't highlight the launch of the Op Shop. So whereas we are engaging with like-minded people within church and other communities, the team felt it was important to engage with our local community. We have been operating from Mohope for a long period of time, and the start of the Op Shop is an initiative that sees us engage with the local community. Tian has had a lot to do with that, so I'll let Tian tell you about the Op Shop. But before I sit down, I just wanted to say one more time, the support that we receive from our donors make what we do possible. Thank you so much for trusting us with your support.
Thank you, Bruna. So I found myself in a position of, I suppose, managing an op shop in Moorhope this year. And it comes with so many positives. I would probably take up the rest of the AGM if I started to share some of the personal stories of people we are impacting within our local community. But just to paint a short picture, Give Hope Today Op Shop opened its doors in December last year. And since then we've expanded to 4 days a week, and we've had a change from a Sunday operation to now Monday to Thursday. We do get asked on a regular basis, well, why aren't you open on a Friday? To which the answer is, well, if you could come and volunteer, we would happily open on a Friday. We now have approximately 20 regular volunteers who are on our weekly roster and who either spend a morning or an afternoon within our shop. To give you an idea, 2 of those volunteers are under 16 and they come with a grandparent or a caregiver, and it is their highlight of their week to be part of the team, and they love to come and put their badge and their apron on and be part of staff. We also have a beautiful young woman who has cerebral palsy and an intellectual disability, and she's joined our team on a Thursday morning with one of her carers, and she's very much part of our staff, and she's just a delight to work with, and to see the joy that her coming each week gives to her is wonderful. Since December, the shop has generated approximately $39,500 of income, which of course some of that money goes to support our projects in India, Bangladesh and Nepal, but some of the money we really wanted to be able to give back to our local community so that we can say to people, yes, we do support local in Moorhope and this is what we're doing. So currently we have supported the local ADRA soup van, and on a Wednesday night that operates in Wauchope, and we give the soup van gives out soup and buns to people that are struggling and finding the cost of living hard, as well as quite a number of homeless people. And our little op shop has funded the chairs, the table, the heater, similar to what's outside here, so that people can now actually sit and enjoy their hot soup together. And it's become a real hub of Wauchope where people stay for the 2 hours and chat and feel part of a community, which has been really special. We are also waiting to have concrete plans to support the local high school in Wauchope, as well as I've been exploring options for the PCYC to be able to give them a donation as well. I can hand on heart say it is a truly special place to be part of. It's a blessing and a privilege to work with the team of volunteers who continue to say to me each week, I just love coming here. It's such a special place to work. And the praise and the comments of people that come into our shop say things that your staff are all so friendly, they're so genuine, they're really interested in taking some time to talk to us, and they really love the way the shop looks and feels, and the fact that we're able to take some time to give back to the community. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Joanna, and this is Tammy, and as Inika mentioned, we're the co-programs managers at Asian Aid. At Asian Aid, the well-being of the child is at the centre of everything we do. We seek to ensure that every child is empowered, protected, and has full access to their rights. Our desire is that every child will reach their full potential and be contributing members of their families and communities. With your support and with collaboration with our partners in India, Nepal and Bangladesh, Asian Aid has been helping children reach their full, God-given potential for 58 years. So how does a child reach their full potential? They reach their full potential when they are educated, when they are safe and healthy, and when they are nurtured. As we celebrate our successes over the past year and share some of our achievements, we'll talk about the work of Asian Aid in the key areas of education, health and livelihood training. We believe that when a child is educated, healthy and nurtured, they will be empowered to reach their full potential and build a brighter tomorrow. Asian Aid has a strong focus on providing quality education to children. We believe education can improve the quality of life for children and young people and lead to improved outcomes, not only for the child, but for the whole community. When a child is educated, they can improve their own circumstances and break the cycle of poverty. Many children in the countries where we work do not have access to quality education. That is why, with your support, over the past year, Asian Aid has sponsored 3,135 children across India, Nepal and Bangladesh. Sponsorship gives children who would not otherwise have the opportunity the ability to access quality education. Sponsorship not only ensures that children attend school, but that they are receiving a holistic education and reaching their full potential. Through sponsorship, children have received school uniforms, books and other learning resources, and nutritious meals to give them energy to learn. School facilities have been improved, providing a safer environment for children to learning. Teachers have been trained in child-friendly teaching methods, including skills in classroom management, lesson preparation, and methods to provide constructive feedback, which they've put into practice in their classrooms. After-school tuition sessions have helped children not only improve their literacy and numeracy skills, but also learn life skills on topics such as personal hygiene, time management, and how to build healthy relationships with peers and community members. You can see in the video that was just shown up there some of the joy and excitement experienced when children received books and sporting equipment from some generous Asian Aid donors. These learning resources, teacher training, and extra tuition are helping to ensure children are receiving a holistic and quality education. One of our program initiatives is teaching digital literacy to girls from remote communities in India who've had zero experience in accessing computers. The program is called Computer on Wheels and involves partner staff transporting laptops in a small rickshaw, which you can see pictured in the top right, into villages with limited infrastructure and resources. 20 girls were enrolled in the program this past year and have been working through a course designed to improve their touch typing and keyboard skills. When they complete the program, each girl receives a certificate as formal recognition for their achievement. Most of these girls are also engaged in other Asian Aid activities, such as sports programs, which are teaching them teamwork skills and healthy living. Involving parents and caregivers in their child's education is an important way to help ensure children attend school regularly and make the most of the available opportunities. Partner initiatives that help increase parental and caregiver participation in their child's school community include cultural performances, family sports activities, gardening competitions, healthy eating workshops, and sessions on positive parenting tools and techniques. You can see a photo here of some of the mothers competing in a novelty race at a family sports day, and below are some fathers who've just competed in a running race. It's encouraging to see these parents and caregivers becoming more actively involved in their child's education. One of my favourite photos, pictured up here, is of these fathers looking at children's books at a recently opened library in one of our village schools in India. These men are farmers from a rural community and are mostly illiterate. The smiles on their faces as they look at these books shows how the joy of learning is not just for children, it is something that adults can also share. As well as seeking to engage parents and caregivers in their child's education and learning, our programs include adult literacy classes. Through weekly lessons, adults are being educated and learning valuable skills to help in their day-to-day living, such as buying items from the market and improving opportunities to find work. It has the significant benefit of these parents increasingly being able to help their children with their homework and engage with their ongoing learning. The value of education is also seen by the way children who are sponsored by Asian Aid are now working with our partner organisations. The video you can see playing shows a number of previously sponsored children who, having received a quality education, are now working for our partner organisation in Nepal. The gentleman pictured here was sponsored by Asian Aid and is now directing one of our partner organisations in Bangladesh and is helping to make a significant difference in the lives of children across the country. Thousands of other Asian Aid sponsored graduates are working in their chosen professions, serving their communities and seeking opportunities on how they can give back and care for vulnerable children and young people. Education has the power to change people's lives. Let me introduce you to Samuel, who's a 13-year-old boy from a tribal community in southeastern Bangladesh. Samuel's story demonstrates how sponsorship can make a real difference in the life of a child. Samuel grew up in a picturesque part of the country surrounded by forests and lakes. Samuel's father was a day labourer and his mother looked after the household. Samuel enjoyed playing with his younger siblings, who you can see pictured, and caring for the family's chickens. While the family were very poor, the home was filled with love and laughter. One of the biggest challenges that Samuel faced was the long walk to school, often having to walk barefoot over rocky mountain paths. And in the raining season, it pretty much became impossible for him to get to school. Samuel desperately wanted to learn and to fulfill his dream of becoming a teacher, but there did not seem for him to be a way to do this. Samuel had a friend who attended an Adventist boarding school and was able to continue his education. Samuel knew that his family was too poor to pay the school fees and did not think this was an option. However, Samuel heard about the possibility of sponsorship and became determined to make his dream a reality. Thanks to an Asian Aid donor, Samuel is now able to continue his education. He is thriving at school and making the most of every opportunity. In Samuel's own words, he says, "I am forever indebted to Asian Aid for their immeasurable and unwavering belief in my potential. Their sponsorship has bestowed upon me a gift beyond measure, the gift of education. Asian Aid's support has not only lightened the financial burden on my family, but has ignited a fire within me to succeed, to make a difference, and to pay forward this extraordinary act of kindness."
As highlighted in our end of financial year campaign, we had Kindred Sisters. Asian Aid health program initiatives have continued to grow through the past reporting year, becoming a staple offering in our partner programs. In rural Nepal, our partner teams facilitated child health camps in schools located nearby to the scheduled women's health camps that we're all aware of. The program expanded in the reporting period and has continued to grow in the number of children and schools that are being reached, with over 6,000 children treated in the reporting period. Children attending the camps receive treatment for anemia, malnutrition, ear infections, rheumatic heart disease, childhood eye diseases and conditions, and receive resources to support their personal and dental hygiene. Children received medicines including iron and calcium supplements, hygiene kits, prescription glasses, and referrals to local healthcare facilities as needed. Children and school staff also attended information sessions on healthy diets and learnt the importance of eating nutritious foods available in their local villages. We've just got some video to show you here today, so we'll just listen together.
धन्यवाद मलाई चस्मा दिनुभएकोमा थ्याङ्क यू एसिएन एड अस्ट्रेलिया दिनुभएकोमा धन्यवाद थ्याङ्क यू एसिएन एड अस्ट्रेलिया.
So beautiful to see. I remember one of the children in the videos there, I think, was in grade 10 and had never been told that they weren't able to see well. They thought they were poor at their schooling, couldn't understand the information that's on the board until they were told, oh, it's actually because you can't see. Let's sort that out. Yeah. Many communities Asian Aid partners serve in Nepal are so remote that there are no nearby medical centres. Women with uterine prolapse and reproductive health conditions can walk for days to reach one of our partner-run rural health camps. In the reporting period, over 5,000 women were treated through partner-run health camps. Women attending these camps were screened for pelvic organ prolapse and cervical cancer. Of those treated, 693 women were identified with pelvic organ prolapse, of which 131 received referrals for surgery and 174 received pessary ring insertions. Of those treated, 3,685 women were scanned for cervical cancer, with 197 found to be positive with suspicious lesions and treated with thermocoagulation. It is essential that Asian Aid continues to support teams to travel into these isolated communities to help women and families access the services that they need. Through this past year, classroom-based awareness sessions on sexual reproductive health helped sponsor students and their peers to learn about their sexual health concerns for adolescents and to encourage the children to be sensitive towards and supportive of their classmates, building their understanding on why schools need to be safe spaces for girls to attend. The sessions provided further information for the children to take home to their parents and caregivers on the signs of and preventative measures for pelvic organ prolapse and cervical cancer. Pictured here is Rupa. Rupa is the highly experienced government-trained senior VIA screening nurse for the Women's Health Program in Nepal. To give you a context on Rupa, Rupa will organise a 2-day women's health camp. She'll lead the nurses and the staff. They might treat 600 women in that period, then follow up those days with local government schools located nearby to the women's health camp to run reproductive health awareness sessions with secondary students. She is an absolute maverick. The level of commitment, expertise and energy that Rupa brings to our partner team is exceptional. In the reporting period, partner-run awareness programs with women, girls and their families in our project communities led to 540 women and girls abandoning their chowpatis, which are the huts used for isolation during menstruation. and we talk about these quite often in our AGM programs. As a result, now supported by their families, these women and girls can now be safely in their homes and attend school during menstruation. Our recent newsletter highlighted the story of 13-year-old Manisha, describing the conditions that Manisha is subject to every month due to the chowpatty practice. She's unable to eat and drink when she feels hungry and thirsty. Manisha has to wait for someone to bring her food and water. Manisha is restricted from entering her home. She should not sit and sleep in the same bed she used before or will use after menstruation, should not touch drinking water inside the kitchen, should not touch male members of the family, should not touch cattle, should not touch fruit-bearing plants, and so on. Since she is not allowed to use tap water, stone spouts, or the neighbourhood well, she has to bathe in the muddy water of a distant irrigation canal. Manisha says that she struggles to sleep for the 7-day period and has to overcome her fears of intruders at night. Although women and girls are considered unclean under the chowpatty practice, rape and abuse of girls staying in menstrual huts while away from their family homes continues to occur. I can barely get it out. It's a terrible thing to think about, and practices such as this need to stop. And AsianAid, along with our partner in Nepal, has and will continue to work against such harmful measures. Just need a water. Something far more positive. The sports and wellbeing programs across AsianAid supported schools continued through the past reporting year. Sponsored children and their peers from slum communities in India participated in daily sports practice sessions to develop their sporting skills, to support their physical development and to improve their peer leadership, problem solving and negotiation skills. The introduction of the Girls Football Play for Change program, which you can see pictured here, and select partner projects contributed towards higher participation rates of girls in school-based sports. Throughout the practice sessions, the children engaged, received guidance from qualified coaches, nutritional breakfasts, and to support their engagement in school through the week. The video here shows the early Sunday morning practice sessions for girls in the Play for Change program. You'll note here that the video demonstrates the warm-up practice session only, as there were 4 Australians present on this day, but of course, being the sporting nation that we are, we forgot to step away from the real game and actually film it, and so we don't have any video of that. So this is the pre-game that you can see here. Through the past year, AsianAid partners have responded to needs identified through our supported schools by providing access to clean water and sanitation facilities. In Bangladesh and Nepal, AsianAid has installed sanitation latrines and hand washing stations, improving the health and hygiene of sponsored children and their peers, distributed first aid kits through health camps hosted through supported schools, improved health outcomes for children through the installation of clean drinking water facilities, and installed girl-friendly toilet facilities with clean water and sanitary pad disposal facilities, allowing girls to attend school throughout the academic year, including during menstruation. A significant achievement through our program in Bangladesh this past year was the delivery of our water project. The project contributed to the health and well-being of children, school staff and their families at a large school in southern Bangladesh by providing safe drinking water and sanitation services. Prior to the project, the children at the school were frequently suffering from stomach upsets, hair loss, skin issues, cholera, typhoid fever and other waterborne diseases. The installation of a bore well and water treatment plant significantly improved the quality of water and decreased sickness amongst the children. Through the project, the children are continuing to be supported through scheduled healthcare screening services, receiving education on basic health hygiene skills, and through advocacy sessions on girls' reproductive health issues. The bore well and water filtration system is providing enough clean water to not only meet the needs of the school, but to enable community members from the surrounding area to come and access clean water on a daily basis. We have a short video to share with you of the impact of the water project in Bangladesh.
So here we are at the KMMS Water Project. We've just had all the community come in and do their water today. It's offering free water all week in the afternoons. So, and now I'm going to try some of this amazing water. Look how clear it is. Beautiful and clear and cool. Oh, that is magic. That is so nice to drink.
First of all, I'd like to give thanks to Almighty God for this beautiful day. Today I'm really happy to stand here and to express our heartfelt gratitude to the donors for their contribution to this water pump project. And as we all know that before the installation of this water pump, we are facing so many problems. Our water source contained a high level of iron, arsenic, which was not good for our health, and the water was also not clean. But after the installation of this water pump, we witnessed remarkable changes. Our water is clean now and we are using it every day. So thank you for your contribution.
It was such a privilege to be in Bangladesh for the opening of this water project and just to see the difference that clean water makes on the lives of these children and the communities where they live. For a child to reach their full potential, they need to be in a nurtured, supportive environment. Many of the people in the communities where we work have limited income due to seasonal or having no employment. For parents to earn an income and be able to provide a stable home environment for their children, they need to have appropriate training and resources. Facilitating vocational training courses is a way that Asian Aid partner organisations help people break free from the cycle of poverty and achieve economic independence. In the past year, 805 people have been involved in livelihood training in the areas of tailoring, computer literacy, agriculture, goat husbandry, and vegetable cultivation. Uzala, who's pictured here with her daughter Fatima, was determined to find ways to support her family. Uzala participated in an Asian Aid funded animal husbandry course and through the support of the project was able to buy her first goat. That goat had a kid, which you can see Fatima cuddling in the photo. Goat rearing is providing a sustainable source of income for the family, as they will be able to sell the male goats at the market and keep the female goats for breeding. Uzala feels confident in raising goats as she has the project staff accessible when she has any questions or needs advice about how to care for her goats. Uzala also participated in a tailoring course run by Asian Aid partner organisation. Through our project, she was able to purchase a sewing machine and is paying back a portion of the no-interest loan in small increments. Uzala uses her tailoring skills to make clothes for her family and has started providing tailoring services for her neighbours, which provides her with an additional income. Fatima, Uzala's daughter, is regularly attending school and is an active member of the Child Club, where she's developing skills in leadership and teamwork. Fatima loves dancing and music and has opportunities through her school to learn new skills in this area. Fatima dreams of becoming a teacher when she grows up. Uzala is demonstrating to her daughter that with some training and skills and with a bit of commitment and hard work, she too will be able to provide for her future family and follow her dreams. Self-help groups are another way that Asian Aid partner organisations are working with community members to build capacity and independence. Predominantly women form groups of around 20 members that meet regularly and pool their savings. Group members can borrow funds to respond to emergency needs in their families or to start a new business. In this past reporting period, 258 people have been engaged through self-help groups. The photo here shows some of the Asian Aid team visiting one of the self-help groups in southern Bangladesh. The women were very excited to share about the ways that being part of this group is impacting their lives. One of the unique outcomes from this particular group was how women from different religious and tribal backgrounds have established new friendships and support networks as they have come together with a common goal. The women have also recently opened their first official bank account, so we're passionately discussing how this would work and how they could continue to work together to improve their lives and the lives of their children.
Every child matters immensely to God. They are our greatest treasure, and yet we know that not every child can grow and develop to their God-given potential. Their potential can be jeopardised by where they're born, by the circumstances they're born into, or by scarcity of opportunities and resources available to them and their caregivers. So they start and continue life facing barriers for no fault of their own. And yet, as we've seen through our partner stories this morning, when a child is educated, they can improve their own circumstances and break the cycle of poverty. When a child is healthy, they can learn, grow and participate effectively. When a child is nurtured by parents, schools and communities with the necessary resources, they can thrive. Thank you for working with Asian Aid through this past year to see children, their families and their local communities continue towards their God-given potential.